Hi everybody, this is Angelica. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This video is going to be about my views on conspiracy theories. So the past few days I've received some comments on my YouTube channel and some of them have been largely based in fear thinking, I guess regarding the end of the world, or I'm not really sure because when I read these things, they kind of go in one ear and out the other, but I do realize that they are based in some sort of people reading so much about these particular conspiracy theories, which aren't necessarily just conspiracies, they're true. So how do we know and learn about these things out there, and then at the same time take in that knowledge and allow it to work in a beneficial way for the planet? Because I think when we first start out on this awakening path, or even when we're into it further, there comes a time when we start to look at how we've been misled, how we've been brainwashed, how the things that we've believed all this time are not necessarily true. So when we start to really, look at these things and realize that we've been lied to, we get a little bit, either angry, or we get in fear, or we get into panic mode, or we're just, a lot of really negative feelings kind of get generated from this. But the main purpose of reading these things and recognizing that everything isn't isn't like they tell you in the news, is so that you can find your certain specific area or your passion or your mission and work within that field to kind of restructure that particular system, whatever one that may be for you. So I'll use myself as an example. For me, I'm really interested in the industries of the meat and dairy industry, the sugar industry, all these industries that are making, billions of dollars and making people very sick. Also, I'm very interested in the educational system and doing my part to restructure these things, okay? Now, I may not have all the answers yet, but what I do know is I know the truth from listening and really investigating and knowing about everything that's going on with the corrupt system and the people that are so-called in charge or controlling the system. But now that I have gained that knowledge and I know what that is, I can use that to better help me on my specific mission forward. So for instance, if I know that, all these animals are being mistreated and killed for food that is not only harmful for us and our bodies, but it's harmful for the animals that have to be put through this really bad environment. The whole system with it is not right. And the way that you can kind of know that, and I'll talk a little bit about this, is that, okay, meat and dairy. Okay, so just let's just take it down to its most basic level. If you were outside and you didn't have anything to eat and you were hungry or thirsty, what would you eat? Would you go up to a cow and drink its milk? Probably not, okay? A cow's milk is meant for a cow, a baby cow. And then the baby cow doesn't even drink the milk when it gets older. So, okay, doesn't make sense, so it just probably isn't true, okay? So next, meat, okay? So if you were out in nature and there was things growing that you could eat, plant foods, or maybe bananas or anything like that, and then there was some animals that you had to kill and then tear apart and eat, which one would you take? What would you choose? I think naturally I would just choose the plant foods and the fruits and vegetables. Okay, not everybody would, and people may disagree with me, but it's just not natural, I don't think, to be eating animals and drinking dairy products. And that is a big reason why people are sick. Okay, so let's look at the whole conspiracy here. Okay, so you eat the bad foods, you eat the meat, the dairy, the sugar, all the stuff. You get really, really sick. And then what's next? Pharmaceutical drugs. So here's another industry that supposedly has control over the population. Okay, then you got to take all the drugs to help your body supposedly, you know, make you well from eating all these bad foods that are not, you're not supposed to even be ingesting into your body. Okay, and then next comes the law department, the legal department, for you having to sue because the pharmaceutical drugs made you sick. Okay, wait a second. There's something wrong with the whole picture. So first of all, you got to start from the beginning and just eat right. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. It just takes your intuition and listening to your body and realizing that you're not going to buy into the so-called, you know, control brainwashing system. Okay? So when you strengthen yourself and you realize, okay, a lot of these things that I've been believing or thinking, or that people have just been telling me, like the food pyramid or whatever is right for me, I'm going to say, no. I'm going to go within myself and I'm going to really see if that is right for me. And I'm going to try some different things. I'm going to experiment with my health and I'm going to see if I can get healthier by eating these foods and see how I feel. So you don't want to go off of anybody's advice but your own. You want to test it with yourself and make sure that you're feeling good about it. Okay? The other things. Now, the other thing is the educational system. Obviously, it's completely corrupt. Obviously, they make your children sit in a chair for 8 hours a day and constantly bombard them and brainwash them with information that is practically useless, I guess, unless you're playing Jeopardy. So, what to do about this? This is one of my biggest concerns. Obviously, I talk to my kids about, you know, being in school and what to take in as truth and what to just get through because it is part of our life right now. There's not a lot we can do about it. Our children are made to go to school anyway. But on the outside, I'm trying to teach and educate people about things that I feel are important and that are needed and that people need to know about right now. So, in other words, okay, there are conspiracy theories out there that need to be learned and need to be recognized, and we do need to really pay attention to because the world is corrupt and there is something controlling it, whether it's the government, you know, the president, the evil aliens. We don't, you know, who knows? Who knows what it really is? If it's some sort of spirit entity or what it is. We don't really know. All we can do is know the truth. Once we know the truth, we can take that and detach from it. We don't really want to have a strong feeling of good or bad connected to it. So once we have that in place and we know the truth and detach from that truth, from that, whatever that is, we can then get strong within ourselves, healthy within ourselves, and move forward to create new structures for these old structures that are not working anymore for humanity. And we can do our part and do our best to move forward in our truth to create new structures and systems that once enough people do, we will have created a whole new earth. Now, if we sit in fear and panic about what might happen next, then we can't get a lot done that way. And that's not our purpose. So yes, we know the truth, but we don't need to live in that anymore. We can create a whole new reality, exactly how we want it to be. So I hope this made sense for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.